Hey, welcome to the Service Business Mastery Podcast. I'm your host, Tersh Blissett, and sitting virtually next to me, Josh Crouch, my co-host. And then we have Jeff Matulich with EGIA on the show today. And I'm super excited to talk to Jeff today and learn more about EGIA. I know a lot about several different organizations out there as far as pertaining to education when it comes to your service business. But with that being said, I'm super excited to learn more and more about EGIA. And not only that, we're going to talk a lot about this event that's coming up that I'm super excited about. But with that being said, I'd like to introduce Jeff and welcome you to the show, sir.
Thanks, Tersh. Appreciate you having me. How you doing, Josh, as well? Good to see you guys.
Good to have you on.
So, Jeff, tell us who you are, what you do, kind of what makes you an expert and on the show today.
Sure. So, Jeff Matulich, Vice President of Marketing and Member Services at EGIA. So, in my role at EGIA, I kind of oversee our EGIA Contractor University function of our business. And so, what that is, it's a training platform that we launched 4 or 5 years ago. For the longest time, EGIA was really kind of most well known for our financing programs, and we're still really well known for our financing programs. But about 4 or 5 years ago, we got into the training side of things and made a significant investment into what we called EGIA Contractor University. And so I run the kind of day-to-day operations on that. We got a great team here at EGIA and delivering what we believe is the best-in-class business training resources and tools that are available in the marketplace today for contractors.
Sweet. Josh, you have anything before I start my rambling?
Yeah, so I actually have personal experience with a lot of their programs through the last HVAC company I was with. And primarily what we knew or what we used them for was the financing options, because with their program, especially being a Daikin dealer, we were able to offer some really, really good financing on their high-end systems, and we started selling a lot more of those systems, which, as all of you know that are listening, the higher-end systems you sell, generally the more margin, more profit dollars you make, and everybody's happier because the system is better than a regular single-stage system. So if any of you guys listening to this is definitely something you're going to want to pay attention to. And I know we're going to get deeper into the event that's coming up, which is super exciting because Tersh and I will be there and doing some live recordings with people that are out there and stuff, which is going to be fun and new and exciting. So, but yeah, other than that, I just wanted to kind of put a little shout out for EGIA. They have literally a ton of video resources. I mean, it's literally a catalog that does not stop, and it covers every facet of a service business. So if you're looking for resources at a very, very reasonable rate, EGIA is definitely the place to check out.
Oh, that's really cool. So you're able to work with like Daikin and train and all them as far as the financing goes. Can you explain a little bit, like if I've never heard of EGIA before, and we're going to get onto the topic of the actual event too, but like just so that people know who EGIA is, like would I call you you mentioned financing, but would I call you if I want to know like how to do my P&Ls or stuff like that, or is it?
Sure.
Is it just going to be financing stuff?
Yeah, so there's really kind of 3 major divisions of EGIA. In the contractor space, we've got 2, with the financing side as well as the contractor development and the training side. There's also a division of EGIA that's utility and government operations. A lot of people don't know that about EGIA. And so what we do, we work with a lot of utility organizations across the country, and we're their back office for their conservation programs. So those rebate programs for saving electricity and water, a lot of the utilities hire us, and we handle all of the customer service, the rebate processing, all that. So that's a whole different division of EGIA. So that's kind of 1/3 of our company. The other 2/3 are the financing, and was kind of talking to Josh right before we went on air here about, we were really excited. We recently launched a new financing program called Optimus that we really think is going to be kind of the revolutionize financing in this industry. And so there's a whole conversation to be had about that at a later date probably. But then we've got the contractor university side of our business. And what we do, we don't do technical training. There's a lot of great technical training organizations out there. So we focus in on the business optimization side of it. So training for staff, new hires that are coming into an HVAC business, and as well as owners and senior management training. So the topics we really focus in are those business soft skills, not the technical stuff. So to answer your question, Tersh, yes, business financials, we've got training around that. We've got operations, marketing, sales, mindset, productivity, how to run a service agreement program. All of that is the type of training that we offer through EGIA. And it's a mix of both on-demand online training. And as Josh mentioned, we probably have the deepest and most robust collection of video content that's out there in the industry. So literally thousands of videos on just about every single topic you can imagine around running a contracting business in today's marketplace is available on demand, as well as downloadable resources, so that not only do you get the training, but you get the tools that you're armed with that have been developed by some of the most successful contracting businesses that are out there. So you don't have to start from scratch if you're trying to put a new program or procedures in place in your business. The templates are there. You just simply download them, customize them, and they're there. So we've made a significant investment into that side of things, like I said, over the last 5 years, and have really gained a lot of traction in terms of contractors joining the organization, as well as partnerships that we have with major manufacturers like Trane, American Standard, Goodman, Daikin, who have all partnered with EGI to deliver these programs to their dealers.
So whenever you say that you have like video content and downloadable resources and stuff like that, is this content for our staff, or is it just for upper management or owners?
Both.
Okay.
Both. So we've got a subset of the content that we have around leadership training and how to price your services and marketing and financials. That's going to be more for the senior management and specific roles within the organization. But we have a lot of content that is for the staff level employee as well, and that's mindset training, that's performance and productivity training, that's technician communication and selling training, customer service training for your comfort advisors. So we have all of that. So it's a mix. And the great thing with the EGIA platform is that an owner can sign up for access to it and then dictate who in the company has access to what. Because we know that a lot of owners don't necessarily want to train their staff how to go run their own business. So that's something that we have ability to manage on our side. So it's really kind of up to the individual businesses, kind of who they want to have access to what portions of our platform.
Cool. Can I add something to your videos, just because I have some experience with it before we get onto the event? What I really like about the videos and the content that EGIA has is it's not, first of all, it's people that literally have done these roles in their own business, like Gary Alex, who owns a super successful marketing company. So he's going to be giving you marketing advice. He's got a very large marketing company he owns, Weldon Long, which if you've been in HVAC, you know who he is. I mean, these are people that really know their stuff. They were the coaches before there was like everybody became a coach.
Right.
I mean, it's like everybody's got a coaching thing now, but it's really good content. Those guys are really good speakers. So I, again, highly recommend that if you are looking to take your business to the next level, maybe you don't know where to start. Maybe you don't know that you want like on-site coaching or all these other coaching organizations where they do a little bit more one-on-one things. Start here and at least start the journey of getting inside that content, understanding your numbers and starting training your staff.
Well, I appreciate those comments, Josh. You're absolutely right. I mean, the roster of trainers that we have I think is unparalleled with any other organization. So you named a few of them: Gary Ellis, Weldon Long, Drew Cameron, Russ Horrocks, James Leichter. Really, in many senses, it's the who's who of the industry that we've got relationships with. And I think what attracted them to EGIA is the fact that we're nonprofit. So a little bit different than, a lot of these other organizations that are out there that provide great training. It's just we come at it from a different angle, and they've really, that message of being part of this organization where it's for the greater good of the organization and lifting kind of all boats in the industry together is what attracted them to EGI and why we've been able to secure exclusive relationships with them. And so, and one other thing to just touch on, Josh, is not only is it just the videos, but we've recently launched one-on-one coaching as a benefit for EGIA members. So we do offer that as well as the ability to attend workshops and virtual in-person and virtual workshops where you can come spend a day or two in a classroom with many of these experts in the industry and learn firsthand from them, and other features on the website like typing in questions and getting a response within one business day. So while a lot of the content is on demand, we do also facilitate being able to answer specific questions and work on a one-on-one basis with our members as well.
That's awesome.
I had no idea that it was a nonprofit. So that's pretty.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. So, I mean, and one thing I'll tell you is that a lot of people go, well, how can you do this? Because what we do, if a contractor is interested in EGIA, we always put them through a 30-day free trial first. And we say, look, try it out, kick the tires, see if it's right for you. We back that also with a 1-year money-back guarantee. So even after you decide to become a member, if you decide up to 1 full year out from when you join that, hey, I didn't have enough time to really implement any of this stuff. I didn't get the kind of the ROI on this investment. We refund that money, no questions asked. And so again, because our objective is not necessarily to make money, we're a nonprofit. Our objective is to help contractors take their business to the next level. And so, you could look all around the industry. Nobody else is doing that except for EGIA. Yeah. And I think that's what's attracted so many people so quickly to what we're doing.
So even if it's my fault that I never implemented anything and, I didn't take the resources and use them to my advantage, you'll still credit that money.
Absolutely. Back. And so we have a team of account managers that reach out, pretty much at least once a month, delivering content that's seasonal. It says, hey, maybe you're not, I know you're busy, but during this time of year, this is something that, most contractors, this is what's keeping them up at night. Here's some resources that we have. So we're always actively reaching out, trying to make sure that contractors, because every contracting business owner gets busy, particularly this time of year, right? So It's easy to forget about these resources that you have. So we have a strategy and a process in place in our organization where we're constantly reaching out to our members and delivering content proactively to make sure that, to answer your question, Tersh, even if it's your fault, quote unquote, we still back that up with our money back guarantee. But I could tell you that there's been, probably count on one hand the amount of times we've actually had to refund somebody their dues, because by and large everybody is very satisfied with the service and the resources and the tools they have access to and the effort that we make to help their business.
That's really cool. So whenever you do go on site, like when there is on-site training and events and stuff like that, where is that normally located, or is it different?
Oh, so like the in-person training?
Yeah, in-person training, yeah.
So we put it all throughout the U.S. So we're actually putting together our 2022 spring schedule right now. So the last year, we really kind of had to pivot and go heavily virtual. But what we try to do is put them in, dense areas where we've got a lot of contractors. Those are Southern California, Texas, Florida, up in the Midwest, Ohio, areas like that. And so I can tell you what we're looking at for 2022. So we've got let me take a step back. So we've got a couple of boot camps that we're doing live in person the end of this year with Gary Ellis, 3-day success week, kind of set your budget for 2022, marketing plan, all of that. We're doing them at the Grand Californian Hotel at Disneyland. So pretty cool spot there. We're doing it on the Riverwalk in San Antonio. And then we're also doing it at SeaWorld, also around Disney World in Orlando, Florida. So those are the type of places that we take them to, because the idea is that, we understand you're coming to an EGIA event, but, while you're, traveling out there, let's put it in a location that you might want. Yeah, exactly. And so a lot of owners, business owners, that's what they like to do is they'll come for a few days, get top quality education, and then they'll stay over with their family at a great location that they may otherwise not have visited. So in 2022, we're really kind of looking of trying to put stuff in a centralized location so that, nobody has a 5-hour flight, not putting stuff far west or far east. So we're probably going to put events in Dallas, San Antonio, St. Louis, maybe Nashville and Scottsdale are kind of some of the ones that we're leaning towards. But that's kind of where we're at now in terms of proximity and where we're putting our in-person events.
Nothing in Oregon. I see that.
Nothing in Oregon. You probably can notice there, but I'm a big Go Ducks guy, so proud alum. But no, not a huge market of HVAC contractors up there, so we don't get up there much, unfortunately.
Doesn't it just rain up there?
It does rain. Yeah, it does. It does rain for about, I would say, 8 to 9 months of the year. But I'll tell you, those 2 or 3 good months that you get are spectacular.
That's what's up. Cool. So, with that being said, let's kind of go into the actual event itself, the name of it and everything. Give us a rundown on that.
So, EPIC 2021 is the event. So, EPIC is actually an acronym for Educating Professionals in Contracting. So that's the name of it, little brand there. So we launched this in 2018. So when we launched Contractor University, we're about 5 years into this. We out of the gate, we were doing these regional conferences. It was like a conference tour is what we called it. And it was the same agenda. We would take it to like Southern California. I think we did something in Coronado Island down in San Diego. Then we went to San Antonio. Then we went to Chicago. And it was just it was like we were on tour, like a concert almost. And that became really difficult for staff, for our vendor partners, exhibitors and all that stuff to just take out that much time. So we said, well, why don't we pool all our resources and really put one marquee event together? And we did that in 2018 with EPIC 2018, and we did it at the Cosmopolitan in Las Vegas, sold it out like 3 months in advance, and had a waiting list of, I think, about 300 people even after that. So we knew we were kind of onto something, and had a really successful event. In 2019, we took it to Bellagio, and again, sold that out, doubled in size. And last year we had Magic Johnson, or 2019, we had Magic Johnson as our closing keynote. So that was an awesome event. 2020, we were going to take it to ARIA. Unfortunately, COVID hit, wiped out everything. We all know what happened there. And now we're doing it 2021 at Paris Resort on the Las Vegas Strip, October 28th and 29th in Las Vegas, obviously. And we're anticipating over 1,000 contractors in attendance. We got quite a few registrations. We're well on our way to getting that again this year. So it's going to be a fantastic event. And all the details, and I'm sure we'll talk a little bit more about it. epic2021event.com is the URL with all event details, where you can go register, view the agendas, and one of the things that with Epic, we try to differentiate our event from others in just about every category, from the speaker lineup to the food and beverage, to the parties, to the networking, to all of that. And I think, as you take a close look at the event, there's no doubt that it's definitely, we're going all in this year.
Yeah, you guys have one hell of a speaker lineup.
Yeah. Yes. So
it was like who's who. I mean, everybody knows who these guys are.
Yeah. So we had Magic Johnson 2 years ago. And this year we said, well, why don't let's go even bigger. And so we've got 4 marquee keynote presentations. So the event itself is a kind of a 2-day event. So Thursday, Friday, October 20th, 29th. So the first full day, we kick it off with John Taffer. So
that's awesome.
Most of you know John Taffer from Bar Rescue, the TV show. So he's going to be our opening keynote. There's breakout sessions in between there, and we could talk a little bit more about those. But we close out day one with an act called the Passing Zone. So they were on America's Got Talent, the Today Show, and they're one of those acts that they're juggling chainsaws and fire and all that, and it's entertainment, but but they're also delivering a really powerful message when they're doing that about teamwork and collaboration and all that. So it's not just you're gonna walk away going, wow, I've never seen anything like that, but you're gonna walk away with something you could take back and really kind of resonate around the power of teamwork and collaboration and all that. So that'll close out day one. We have an evening party that night, products and services showcase as well. So open bar, hors d'oeuvres. We're going to go up to the rooftop at Paris, their nightclub Chateau, overlooking right underneath the Eiffel Tower, overlooking the Bellagio fountain. It's going to be spectacular. So a full day that first day. The second day, we start off in the morning with Captain Sully Solenberger, giving a presentation on leadership under pressure. And I think we understand that he demonstrated that quite well. So that's going to be an awesome presentation. Then we close it out. There's more breakouts in between, but we close it out with Damon John from Shark Tank.
That's awesome.
So
it's my favorite show ever.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like that show? So it's when you look at those, so John Taffer, Captain Sully, the Passing Zone, Damon John, and then we didn't even talk about the breakout sessions that, there's 3 times during the agenda where the crowd is going to go to breakout sessions. And each time they're going to have 4, different presentations that they can attend. And the people that are leading those breakout sessions would typically be the keynotes at their conferences, if we're being honest. So it's Weldon Long, it's Gary Ellis, Drew Cameron. And we've brought in some outside speakers that, are high-priced speakers from, brands such as Hard Rock International, Southwest Airlines, to deliver their message to the audience. And the thing that kind of also makes EGIA and the Epic conference a little different is that most conferences, when you go to the breakout presenters are sponsors and exhibitors that are there talking about the subject matter. We don't do that. So our lineup is hired speakers from top to bottom. And so we stack the deck with just an agenda that I challenge anybody to really kind of find an event that can deliver the type of lineup of presenters and education that's going to be delivered at Epic. So that's one of the things that makes Epic unique. And as I mentioned, the parties, the networking, everything that we do, the entertainment is kind of on a level of its own as well. So you can't hold an event and call it Epic if you're not going to live up to that name. So
what happens if you go to one breakout room and say you wanted to see Ellen, but then talk, but then you also wanted to see Kelly McDonald talk at the same time.
Yes. So you got to make some tough choices in life, right? So, but one of the great things is what we're doing is we're filming every single one of the breakout sessions at this year's event. And if you're an EGIA member, those videos are going to get cataloged on our site. So after the event, if you're an EGIA member, you can go back and watch every single one of the breakout sessions, on demand whenever you want to. So again, another perk of being an EGIA member. But if you're just going to the event, you're not a member, you're going to have to make a difficult decision. And in a lot of cases, it is a difficult decision because every single one is a great presentation from a big name that's out there.
Yeah,
That's
the topics themselves are really cool topics too. So I'm excited to be there and check it all out too.
So do you have to, as far as the breakouts go, do you sign up for those ahead of time?
No, it's just a first come, first serve on site.
Okay.
So once the room gets full, you kind of have to go to the next room. So with this event, we'll have a capacity in each breakout of about 300 to 400 people. So the event itself, we're setting the main ballroom up for about 1,200. We have no doubt we're probably going to sell out again, but it's a first come, first serve deal on site. So you want to make sure that you get to the breakout room that you want to get to quickly, because there is a chance that may run out of seating if you show up late.
Okay. And for those listening, and I'm sure Tersh was going to get to this too, but Put in when you guys are going on to epicevent2021.com, put in Tersh 50. Make sure you spell Tersh's name right, 50, and you'll get $50 off of your fee for the ticket, which I think is it $9.95 normally?
Yeah, $995 is the registration, and as you mentioned, enter Tersh 50, TERSH 50, and that will take $50 off the registration.
And then you get to hang out with us. So I mean,
yeah, you guys are going to be there. I mean, we didn't even talk about that, right? So, Damon John, Captain Soley, Josh, and Tersh. Let's do this.
Right. I don't think you should put us in the same category there.
We're going to be in the back room behind everybody else. You're probably not even going to be able to find us, but we'll be there.
Yeah. No, we're excited to have you guys there, and definitely look forward to stopping by and saying hi when you guys are there.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Jeff, is there anything that we need to add? Is there anything that I forgot to ask about? There's a lot to go on in the event. Honestly, go on to the website, and I added it to the notes there. But go check it out, because it's like, the more you look, the more information you find, the more like, oh wow, I want to go do that. I want to do that. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, epic2021event.com. All the details are there. We've got the promo code Tersh50. I will just say, don't wait to the last minute. We've sold out every year, so we anticipate we're going to sell out again. Get your registration in if you want to attend this year's event. It's going to be amazing, and just really looking forward to getting back in person. We've been shut down for so long that and this industry's really been through a lot the last year and a half, and so we really look at Epic as kind of a celebration of we've kind of weathered the storm, and the sky's the limit from here. So looking forward to the party, the fun, the education, and hopefully everybody has a chance to make it out to Vegas in October.
And what's the dates on that again?
October 28th and 29th.
Perfect. Cool, man. Josh, you got anything to add to that?
No, this was great, and hopefully it just raises some awareness to EGIA, and it's EGIA.org for you guys looking for it. It's not .com. So if you guys are looking for those resources, EGIA.org. I'm happy to answer questions too. I have firsthand experience with it, so I can certainly answer any questions you guys have. But really super excited for this event. I may have to get a suit because I don't have one, and Tersh literally wears a suit every day. I may look very underdressed, as you can tell with my Under clothing on. So we'll see. I'm still debating on what I should wear when I get there.
Cool, Jeff. Well, thank you for coming on the show today, and thanks for sharing all this and giving our audience that discount code. You didn't have to do that, so we appreciate that.
Absolutely appreciate you guys having me.
Yep. And if anybody has any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to Josh, myself, or Jeff, and we'll answer as many questions as we can. Obviously, Josh has firsthand experience with EGIA. So, I mean, if you have any questions about it, just reach out to him, and we will add all of this information into the show notes. But with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful and safe week. And until we talk again next time on the Service Business Mastery Podcast, it is a podcast focused on service business owners, managers, and technicians who are considering becoming business owners themselves. I hope you have a wonderful and safe week. See ya.
Take care.